So Miami just a half game behind Arizona for the second spot. Will get in or not is still up in the air. 112 strikeouts. And McGill walks him on 4 pitches. 126 walks now. And he chases a slider for strike 3. And McGill's got his first strike. And then I remembered this is the rain out from Friday. Poked it for Ortega. And the Mets. He has 6 pickoffs already this year. We're picking people off. Ortega runs and it's slapped through the hole. A base hit for Ortega will go first to third. He'll be held up. Now, there goes Mauricio. First pitch is grounded down to third. That's a fair ball. The throw will go to first. Picked up. Mauricio at second. Ortega comes in to score and it's 1-0. He pops one up on the infield. Batter is out. And up the middle, there's a base hit. Mauricio will come in. Lindor trying to get to third. The throw by Pache. Nobody else has. That gets away. Here comes Lindor, and he will score at the front of the inning. But mostly trying to make sure nobody gets hurt. And you guys have been in this position. What does that feel like? Fly ball, center field. Brandon Marsh eases over. And striding, I guess you have to be able to, right?
I always, when he's getting good hip rotation, He rotate
field. And the nature of the Phillies defense. And a swing and a miss, and McGill with a high fastball has a second. They should get, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to re-sign Hoskins. I don't know how that's all going to work out.
reason.
There's only one other game of import being played right now, and that's Texas. Narvaez hits one deep down the right field line. It's out of here. Off to get it in the camera well. And it's 4-0 New York.
Slipped almost, and he still hit it out.
Danny Mendick rolls one out to second, and Bryson Stott makes the
first 2 innings. There
it is. Doesn't get the chicks.
Maybe it's a tougher pitch for him.
Ortega turns that one foul. Starting with his first year with the Mets. This curveball grounded out to second. And Stott throws out Orchurch on the 100-pitch limit. And we're going to be talking about that during the second game today. But that at all hitting batters. Fly ball by Jake Cave out to left field, and Mendick is there to grab his home run in the second against Walker. And Stewart flies one foul down the left side. That'll go out of play. Ball. That's a ball 4, and the Mets have a leadoff base runner. The third walk now for Taiwan.
Okay. Effect.
80 flies one foul out of play. Nickel his first time, and he gets this one in the air to right. And Pache barely has to go. Yorbe from right center and chance.
Argue with the umpire or not. I thought that was cool.
Snagged nicely by Walker. A terrific
run. I know we've been talking about it for years. That Babe Ruth
necessarily in the greatest position, I felt like, but it went and it hit the porch out there, and I thought
the pressure in the bigger spots. You did in the playoffs, and honestly, you did playing. Why did you have that pull after retiring a couple of years ago to give it one more shot?
Yeah, coming in as well too, and so very exciting time.
Well, Murph, you've always been I know how much you love it, so enjoy watching.
And it happened late in that 2015 season. At the great post-surgery. Ortega slugs one out to right, but Pache has plenty of room as he left and then walked in the second, and he dribbles this one up the line, and it'll roll right to Harper, who puts the 1-2 coming to Marsh, and he hits one right past the mound, but there's Lindor. 1 out. Weston Wilson bounces one just foul. 2-2 to Wilson. Strike 3 called. McGill picks off the outside. 2-1 coming to Cave. And he lifts this one to center. Barely. It was just outrageous. Alonso skies one to Shal's Pache. He'll get there. Road blocked by it. Stewart flies it for Marsh. Walking a strikeout. Foul tip, strike 3. Pache down. Strikeout. And he flies this one out to her. 2 out. 0-2 coming to Sosa. Struck him out. High fastball by McGill for his second. Is behind Walker today. But then Rob Thompson, their manager, said in the
before the game today that the #1 lesson he learned this year, as Beatty grounds out to the right side. You think the next pitch is going to be? Why is he doing that? They said for years this is the first time that
now you're playing in both leagues, and I've not got enough time
since April of last year that McGill has thrown a pitch in the 7th inning, and he gets a first pitch grounder from Hart. Realmuto smacks his and the Phillies' second hit of the day. And gets a breaking ball and flies it out. Stewart gives some ground. And Marsh grounds one. Alonso down to his knees to get it. Runner goes. The throw to second, and Mendick.
He did the swim move. He pulls the left hand back, goes with the right.
He got in. He got in.
You're right. And takes a hack at a high splitter there, and it's 3-2 coming. Yanked foul. I guess the only other Philly who would probably be in that category. And Mauricio tries to lay off. He went around strike 3. The ball getting away. Pitch. And he pops this one up to shortstop. And Sosa's there. Wilson's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out in his 4th. And he lines one the other way for the Phillies' 3rd hit of the day. And Cave drills one for a base hit. Wilson pulled for the Phillies.
Yes.
Trying to get everybody at bats to be ready for the postseason.
At bats, and
2-2 coming. And fell back the high cutter that time. Poked in the air to left. Mendick coming on that, and it drops for a hit. That'll bring in Cave. For second now is Sosa, and he makes it there safely. Mendick. Yeah, I think that's got to be single second on the throw. 1-2 coming. Slider off the plate, 2-2. They are scoring. Here's DJ Stewart. 0 for 9. And takes a slider at his feet. 1-1. There goes Lindor. The pitch, strike 3. The throw to second. He's out. And the curveball bends in for a strike, and it's 0-2. That's the one with St. Francis and Mount St. Mary. They used to have 2. And Beatty goes down swinging to end the inning. A couple of strikes last game. Yeah. Although tomorrow may not be the last game. Bill leads off in the 9th and takes a slider off the plate for ball 1. Philadelphia hits. And that slider off the plate, 2-0. Pitches. Brooks Raley got. Here's Stott. Phillies need one more base runner to get the tying run to bat. Taking a pitch here. And it catches the inside corner. Now on 2-1. Stott fouls one off his leg. Flip.
Got him on the old puppies.
2 to Stott. Realmuto takes off. It's grounded right at Guillorme. And he gets 0 for 3. And he flies this one out to left center. Back in the gap. Ortega. He won't get there. To make it 4-2. And start the 8th inning against McGill. And the first pitch slider outside bats in his career. And he takes a strike on the outside edge, 1-1. Jake Cave, the on deck batter, left-hand hitter. Montevino on the ground up the middle, base hit. Hirsch will score. Weston Wilson with an Cave stands in at the plate. Runner goes, and they let him steal the base with that. Phil Bickford in the Mets bullpen. You got